My teacher tried to embarrass me for a late essay, so I turned it into a secret Shakespeare trick. Ms. Trask was my English teacher, and she had one policy that made everyone sweat. She had a gray bob haircut and reading glasses on a chain that she lowered when she was disappointed. If you turned in an essay late, she read it out loud to the whole class and marked every mistake with a red pen as she went. She called it public editing, like it was helpful, but it was pure embarrassment. She'd circle an error, pause, and ask, "Can anyone fix this?" Then she'd write your mistake count on the board while you stood next to her. I wasn't dumb, I was just a serious procrastinator, and she knew it. Then we got our big Shakespeare essay, 5 pages, due on Wednesday. I told myself I'd start early, and I didn't. Wednesday morning I walked in empty-handed, and Ms. Trask just nodded like she'd been waiting for it. All week, she dropped hints about Friday like it was going to be my special show. She'd say, "We all learn from mistakes," and smile like she already had the paper in her hand. By Thursday night, I was staring at a blank page and hearing that red pen in my head. That's when I had an idea that was either genius or the dumbest thing I'd ever tried. If she wanted a performance, I'd give her one. I rewrote the whole essay in iambic pentameter, the same rhythm Shakespeare used. Not as a poem on the page, though, and not in neat little lines. I made it look like normal analysis, with quotes and topic sentences, but every line hit the beat. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. I also made sure every point actually answered the prompt, because I didn't want her calling it a gimmick. I rewrote anything that didn't fit, and I checked the grammar like my grade depended on it, because it did. When I printed it, the printer jammed once. My hands shook, and I brought it in Friday anyway. I could feel my heartbeat in my throat when I walked into that classroom. Halfway through class, Ms. Trask clapped once and said, "All right, everyone, Mr. Collins has finally given us our special presentation." The room went quiet, and every head turned toward me. My friend Zach gave me a look like, "This is going to hurt." Leah leaned over and whispered, "Just breathe," like that would help. Ms. Trask held out her hand. I gave her the essay, and she uncapped her red pen slow so everyone could hear it. Then she pointed beside her desk and said, "Stand right here." I stepped up, trying to look calm while my stomach flipped. She started reading my first paragraph. At first it sounded normal, just school writing about Hamlet. Then she paused mid-sentence and squinted at the page like something was off. She read the line again, slower, and the class started shifting. Ms. Trask kept going, and the words rolled out in that smooth, steady pattern. Ms. Trask tightened her jaw and tried to read in a flat voice, but the rhythm kept sneaking through. Billy started tapping his pencil without thinking. Even the sleepy kids looked up. Ms. Trask stopped and stared at the room like she expected a prank. Nobody laughed, so she pushed on, but now she sounded annoyed. She reached for her pen like she was finally about to strike, then hesitated because she couldn't find a clean target. Somebody whispered, "Wait, is he rapping?" Ms. Trask snapped, "Quiet!" and read faster like speed would break the beat. It didn't, and the tapping only got steadier. She cleared her throat like she was about to scold us, but she couldn't break the rhythm. Ms. Trask shot a glare across the room and said, "This is not funny," but nobody could stop hearing it. She tried to ask her usual, "Can anyone fix this?" but there was nothing to fix, so the room just stared back at her. Then she hit my Ophelia section, and the whole class caught on at once. A kid snapped his fingers on the beat, then another kid joined in. Ms. Trask froze with the red pen hovering, looked at the board, and realized she still had 0 mistakes to write. She flipped to the next page like maybe the errors were hiding there, but they weren't. For the first time all year, her red pen looked useless. She kept scanning for a weak sentence, but the writing was clean, and the ideas actually made sense. She kept reading anyway, and every sentence landed clean. By my conclusion, half the class was grinning, and the other half was fighting laughter. I ended with, "Perhaps next time I'll turn my work in straight." That was it. The class burst into full applause. Ms. Trask's mouth opened, then closed, and she stared at me over the paper. "Did you write this entire 5-page analysis in Shakespeare's rhythm?" she said. I shrugged and said, "You told us to write about his techniques. I figured I should use one." She flipped through the pages, hunting for anything she could mark in red, and came up empty. She exhaled, capped the pen, and said, "Sit down, Mr. Collins." Then she wrote one big A at the top and shoved the essay back into my hands. Now my classmates are saying I humiliated her today. Was I wrong?